Can you build a survival kit for $100 that actually works? Inquiring minds want to know. Well, I have absolutely no idea if we can or not, but we're certainly going to try. We've done lots of challenges before. I mean, we've done thrift store challenges, we've done surplus store challenges, and I wanted to do something a little bit different. I mean, the way that the economy is right now, I mean, $100 doesn't buy you hardly anything. I mean, just my wool socks and underwear cost more than that. One reason that I'm doing this is, number one, I just wanted to see if I could do it. The next reason is because Jason's 40th birthday is coming up next weekend. And so what we're doing to celebrate is we're going to be going down a river that opens up into a lake, and we're going to be out in the North Georgia mountains for 3 days. And since Jason likes challenges, I figured we'd go ahead and give this to him for his birthday gift, and we're going to make him survive for 3 days with this kit. So hey, let's get to the store and let's see what we can find. All right, and here we are at our first store. Oh my God, it's hot right now. It is 96 degrees and it's not even the hottest time of the day. And that gets me thinking, something that we need to take care of that's going to be ultra important on this trip is going to be water. So I chose for our very first store to go to REI. And a lot of you are going to be saying, why on earth would you go to an REI? It is so expensive. And you're right, it is expensive, but there's one thing here that I can't get anywhere else, and that is a Sawyer Mini. Water is going to be super crucial for this trip. It's going to be super hot because we're going to be just up the road. We're going to be floating down a river that opens up into a lake. And so we'll have plenty of water that we can actually source while we're on the trip. But staying hydrated is going to be super important. And one thing about this kit is he can gather, he can filter, and carry his water with one piece of kit. Now, Sawyers are typically somewhere between $20 and $30 for the Mini, and it looks like right here we're going to be paying $25 for the first piece of kit. Whew. That's a lot of change right there, but I think that this is going to be really important. Now let me show you why this is going to be so important, because one of the things about it is redundancy for the kit. And you'll notice that their cheapest bottle is $15.95. That's for the cheapest bottle here at REI. And the rest of the canteens that they have, the options that we have, you've got hydro flasks. And we don't have any other options here at all. In a hydro flask, that is worthless in a survival situation. You would have to break the seal, the vacuum seal on it, and it takes a lot of fuel and a lot of heat to boil your water. So that is totally off the charts. It is out of our budget. With this right here, we can do everything we need to do, and we only have to pay $25. Now, one thing that I would like to get for redundancy purposes is a metal cup. But look at how expensive the metal cups are here. It is absolutely ridiculous. So that is not something that we'll be getting here for sure. All right, so there we go. We got our very first receipt, and I am thinking that Jason is going to be extremely happy with that piece of kit for sure, because one thing that holds true here in the Southeast, nobody wants to start a fire when it's this hot. God, it is so humid right now. Hope y'all can see. Keeps fogging up. We're here at our next store, and what I decided to do is bring it down a little bit. We're going to be going to a Harbor Freight, and the reason is because I'm thinking about shelter now, and I know that they do have tarps here that are of reasonable quality for a reasonable price. And one thing that you can do your own research, but a good quality tarp will cost you about $100, and that's expensive. And we only have, well, $74 to spend now. So that's why I decided to come to Harbor Freight, because I know that they don't have only blue and silver tarps. I was looking for something maybe brown or green. And you know, we're always talking to y'all about you gotta, you know, prepare for the worst. So if it was a potential gray man thing, or you know, we had to camouflage ourselves, I would want a tarp that it would be easy to do that with. Oh man, look what I found. I found hammocks for only $20. That gets me thinking, okay, let's go find the tarps. We need to take care of that first. Kind of hard to walk away from that one. Here we go, tarps. Okay, so we got the blue ones. These are only 3 mil though. Then we've got black, which is a light tarp. No. Heavy duty tarps, 10-ounce canvas. That's kind of expensive though. Heavy duty tarps, 9 mil. But what I'm looking for, oh, here it is. Okay, 7 foot by 9 foot camouflage, $8. He could definitely use a 7 foot by 9 foot tarp. And these are camouflage. Also have grommets. This is the style of grommet that it has. It's decent. And what I can tell you as an instructor myself, when I go do challenges, I absolutely love it when they give me something like a trash bag, a shower curtain, one of those survival blankets, anything that can help me to make a shelter while I'm out there that's better than what you can find in nature is a godsend. So he will definitely appreciate this. Now what I'm having to think about is that hammock. Okay, so it looks like they have the hammocks at multiple parts of the store. Here they are hanging up. They're only $20, and that's actually a really good price for a hammock. Let's see, what does it come with? Okay, so it has the straps in it. The reason I'm thinking hammock is because of all the creepy crawlies out there. We're gonna be in North Georgia. There's gonna be ants and snakes. You got copperheads, timber rattlers, chiggers, ticks, scorpions, spiders. And I definitely, myself, would want to be off the ground. And if we buy a hammock for this trip, that means that we don't have to get anything for the ground, like a browse bed or something to separate him from the ground. That would actually, I think we could actually save money here by doing this. Oh yeah. Parachute hammock. Oh, and look what else we have here. Fire starters for $1.69. I think I'm gonna hold off on the fire starter. At least we know where to get it if we don't, because I'm gonna be spending a lot of change here. We're definitely at the halfway mark now if I do this. Yeah, let's do it. Let's give him some luxury. It is his birthday. Okay, so we just made our second stop and made our second purchase. Now we've got a hammock and we've got our tarp. And one main reason for the tarp is this time of year with these temperatures, we have all these pop-up showers. It's been raining for the last 2 weeks nonstop. And it only gets more humid when those rain showers pop up like that. And we are going in the mountains. I doubt very seriously that it's gonna get down into the 50s, especially with as hot as it is right now. But it sure would be nice to be in your hammock, underneath the tarp, and just listen to the pitter patter of the rain. Oh yeah, that'd be good for a positive mental attitude. Okay, so here we are at what I hope is the very last stop, and that's going to be at Walmart. What I'm thinking about right now is completing our shelter. I'm thinking about fire. I'm thinking about other things as well, and I think that this is going to be the place where we can get all that stuff. Hopefully, we've already spent half our budget, so I'm hoping that we can get all the other things that I was planning on getting here at Walmart. So let's see what Walmart has to offer us. Now, most people are probably going to head to the camping section first, but that's not where I want to go. The very first thing that I want to do, we're here at the front of the store. I want to go ahead and get him a lighter. It's only $1.56. It's a nice red color, and he needs a nice red one. I think he's carrying purple right now. Yeah, we need to get him a more manly color. We'll go with Fuel the Fire's red. All right, the next thing that I'm thinking is right up here in the front of the store as well, and I'm hoping they have it. Oh, they do, yes. Okay, here we go. Super important, $1. Yeah, we'll get him some butt wipes because you don't want to get monkey butt, son. Plus, you can use it for first aid. And speaking of first aid, and not to mention a whole bunch of other things, just having some good old-fashioned Gorilla Tape. I mean, just for first aid purposes, starting fires, repairing his gear. Yeah, we're gonna get some Gorilla Tape too, because only the best for my boy. Okay, the next thing that I'm thinking about is finishing our shelter, and I'm also thinking about bugs. There's gonna be a lot of bugs. He'll need something to help out with that, especially where we're going. And what I'm thinking is just a twin cotton sheet for $9.84. There is so much you can do with just a twin cotton sheet. When I would go to disaster zones, I would always carry one, because just think of how many bandages you can make from that. You can filter water, you can make char, cravats, improvised litter. I mean, the list just goes on and on. Having a twin sheet in this case, it'll give them something to cover up with to protect them against the bugs, and the uses in survival are endless. Okay, we still haven't made it back to the camping section, and the reason is because I'm thinking redundancy. Like, what if something happens to that bag in the Slayer Squeeze, or Slayer Mini rather? What if something happens? What if we get a hole? What are we gonna have as a redundant backup to boil our water or to cook our food in? And so this is what I'm thinking. Right here, we can get one of these for $3, or one of those for $2. What I'm thinking though is this is more along the lines of what I would want. It's aluminum, it's not stainless, it's not exactly what I would want, but for years and years and years, people have used aluminum. I know some people are against that, but in a survival situation, I would be very grateful to have that in my kit. Not to mention that the stainless steel cups here, even in the camping section, I know they're over $5. They're pretty expensive considering, and we can boil a whole lot more water in this, and we could actually cook some food in it too. And it's gonna be super, super lightweight. Yeah, I'm looking for that that Energizer one right there. That's $9.97. I guess they gotta keep them under lock and key these days. People are taking these things. Is that what the deal is?
They do. I have to check you out over there with this.
Oh wow, we gotta buy it actually. Okay, let's go do that then. So we are locked in on the light. One thing that Jason and we both agree on is we like to have just simple lights that are on and off, and all the other lights that were in that case, they were way over $10. Even the cheap lights, I think the cheapest light in there was $8.26. I went ahead and sprung for an Energizer light that is a very simple light. It's a headlamp. I know it will work. Being able to identify something at night, identifying a target, being able to find the things you need to find, maybe helping you find your way if you're lost. Having a light, that's an important, crucial piece of gear. So we went ahead and locked it in because they wouldn't let me even touch it unless I bought it. All right, and here we go. We are finally to the aisle that everybody would expect me to go to. That is the camping aisle that has all the knives and the cool camping stuff to go with it. I don't see a lot of really cool stuff yet, but what do I see? I see a bunch of expensive canteens that are, well, there's a Klein canteen right there, but once again, they're vacuumed. Double wall. Like, whatever happened to having just a single wall stainless canteen? I don't see a single one here. And as far as plastic goes, what do they have here? Oh, look. For a plastic bottle, come on. I know they have other ones. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. $3.97. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe that's what this is. Okay, that's closer to what we're looking for, but I don't think it's worth it. I honestly don't think it's worth it. I don't see any other options. Now, what else do they have here? The Life Straw, $17.47. Okay, that doesn't even have a container. At least the Slayer Mini has a container. It's all one package. I would much rather do that. Our other option would be portable aqua. That's $9. And that resource is gonna run out probably faster because I bet it's not as many gallons as the Slayer Squeeze. It's not. So I think we made a good choice there. There's the cups that I was talking about. They're $5.47. Okay, but we got a cup, this one, which is double the size of one of these right here. I would much rather have that than this. Food, I'm not really worried about. I mean, they have all the Mountain House meals here, you know, but I mean, we don't have to get Mountain House when we go camping. There is plenty of other stuff that we could get. And besides, for a 3-day challenge, that would be really low on our list. We wouldn't be worried about that. Another thing that I'm looking at here are first aid kits, but this one right here is 20 bucks. This one is $21. And this one looks like it's $12. Hey, you know what? It's not even worth it. I've done a video on how to put your own kit together. Y'all should go check that out. I would never buy one of these prepackaged kits at a store like this. I mean, it's just not worth the money. You're fine. Sorry, I'm in the way. Oh, here, you want to be on? Say hi on a YouTube video? Next thing that I'm thinking about is some kind of knife for him. And we don't have many options. Looks like we got a multi-tool here for 13. There's a pocket knife for 4 bucks. And then we have a multi-tool for $11. Jason doesn't put a knife way up there in priority. And they do have other knives, like the Gerbers, 30 bucks. We got a hatchet, we got machetes. No, I'm just not doing it. There is something that I think we could use though. A whistle that has a compass. Let's see, it says four functions. Oh, it's got a thermometer. Let's see, what else does it have? Oh, a magnifier. Okay, yeah, for $3.50, I can dig on that. We can do that for sure. That'd be a good thing to have in the kit. But we need some paracord. And all I'm seeing right here is some heavy duty paracord right here. That is very heavy duty. I don't know, what is it? It's 50 feet. It's 1100 paracord that's black. Then they have 50 feet of the orange right here. This is $5.50. And then they have, well, that's $8 for 100 feet. So we've either got to go with that paracord or that paracord. I don't want bright orange though. Sometimes you got to make compromises. We're going with the $4.88 1100 paracord just because that's what we have. Here's our other choices for knives, and as you can see, just about everything in here is totally out of our price range. And there are, you know, several knives in there that I would use if I had to. But the problem is, with what we have already, we're out of budget. I need to go buy this stuff right now and see how much do we have left over to hopefully get Jason a good knife. Oh, and one thing that we cannot forget for Jason, gotta get him a payday bar. I'll do that even if it's over, just because. And here we go. What is our total? Total comes out to $31.74. You need to see my receipts?
You're good.
Thank you, dear. You have a good day.
You too. Enjoy that one.
Yes, ma'am. We are cutting it close here. I'm gonna have to add this up and see how much we have left over.
At any moment, all electronics could cease to function. This includes your car, your home, your business, and our entire electrical infrastructure. Learn how you can protect yourself from a massive electrical disturbance today. Visit www.empro.com or call 833-EMP-PRO-4 today.
Okay, so after doing the math, I had to make an executive decision. You see, I thought I had something in my back pocket. I was gonna go to a store called True Prep and I was gonna purchase a 511 basic Mora for $10. Now that would have thrown us over the budget line by a couple dollars. However, they didn't have any in stock. But what they did have in stock was a Mora wannabe. I'm having a hard time keeping myself together for this part of the bit. This knife was $4.29, okay? And I made him open the package in the store just so that I could take a look at it. And this is what we got right here. And of all things, it's called the Wahoo. Not to be confused with Wazoo Gear, which produces high quality equipment. This is a Chinese company called Wahoo. And because I made such a frugal purchase, I was able to get us a smart water bottle so we could solve our bottle problem. Now, if I can keep it together for just a minute, this isn't so bad. I mean, we have electrolytes in it and our Sawyer Mini will fit on the end of the bottle. And let's face it, Jason's not gonna be doing any like hardcore bushcraft task with this knife anyway. And so what I'm considering this is kind of like, I guess, the gag gift for the birthday. That's what we're gonna write this off as. Hey, the price was right. It's actually a pretty decent blade. I've got to say, I'm somewhat impressed. I have never spent underneath $10 for a blade before. Now what I can say is if I was doing this for real and this was a kit for me, I would spring the extra dollars just so that I could get a better knife. You can get a Mora companion for about 13 or 14 bucks and you can get an HD Mora for around 20. And those are certainly knives that you could use for a long period of time. So there's what we got for a grand total of $100.83. So a lot of people are probably wondering, why didn't you get a pack? Well, the majority of this stuff will fit on your belt or in your pockets, and I would just throw the rest of it into the hammock and make a sling bag. Come on, you've got an old JanSport at home or something. Now, one thing about Jason is he likes simplicity, and so I know that he will definitely be able to use this kit. As far as challenges go, this is a whole lot more than we're used to having anyway. The way we look at things, anything that we have that's above and beyond what we have in our EDC, that's just a plus. There are a lot of versatile solutions for a lot of problems here on this table. And maybe for you, this is just a baseline kit. You had a little bit of cash and you wanted to apply it to it, and you can start saving up your money and you can keep adding as you need to. Or maybe this is the kind of thing that you put in your car. You know, maybe it's a handoff kit for somebody that doesn't have anything. If I could give you any advice, I would buy the best thing that you can buy with the money that you have, and then I would, instead of buying a bunch of crap, I would save up and buy the next thing that you want. You know, set a plan from the beginning, plan not to fail. I mean, is this the perfect kit? No, there's no such thing. I mean, but we did the best we could with the money that we had available, and it will work for the area that we're going into for this time of year. Now, I would consider this to be a one-season kit. I mean, if you had skill, sure, you could extend that, but for somebody that doesn't have the experience, it's not gonna work. But I wanna know, y'all went with me around to the stores today, so you saw what was out there. I mean, what would you buy? What would you have done differently? What would you have taken away? What would you have added? Or, you know, maybe a different approach altogether. And I definitely wanna hear y'all's thoughts on what Jason is gonna think of his birthday gift. And maybe we can get some filming done and show y'all this kit in action. So y'all like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and until next time, keep fueling those fires. If you're listening to this broadcast, you are the resistance. To stay in the know, subscribe to the new Survival Dispatch News channel.
Do it now!